Hi, this is Michael Orl from MobileBurn.com, and I have in my hands the LG Optimus 7. It's one of the very first Windows Phone 7 powered smartphones, and this one comes with a 3.8-inch wide VGA touchscreen and an HD-capable 5-megapixel camera. It goes on sale in world markets very soon.
Okay, so here's the box. Let's unwrap it. Feels like Christmas. This is really heavy-duty wrapping paper too. This is expertly done. Let's see here. And there you have it. It is the LG E900, the Optimus 7. Piece of tape there. And there's the phone itself. Pull that out and set it aside. Quite pretty looking. And see what else is in the box. Here's the EU charger with the USB connector on it. We've got the actual cable itself right here that plugs into the charger, and micro USB on the other end, so as it goes directly into the phone. And we've also got a pair of, looks like, stereo earbuds here. There's a little clickable microphone on it as well. Nice looking earbuds. Here's the battery. Take a quick look at this. If I can get it open. See the size, I think it's 1500 milliamp hours. It is 1500 milliamp hours. We've got a, looks like it's in German, it says a first step for Windows Phone 7 and a German manual, a pretty small manual. That's it. Here's the phone powered up, so let's take a look at the hardware. There's a 3.8-inch diagonal wide VGA display. That's 480 by 800 pixels. Got actual hardware controls down here at the bottom. Real clicks for back, Windows Start, and search function. On the left-hand edge, there's a volume control. Up top, just the 3.5mm headphone jack and a very small power button here. It's a little too small for my liking, and I'd also prefer that it were somewhere over here on the right-hand edge where it'd be easier to get to. Instead, we find a covered micro USB port here for data and power. A two-stage camera shutter button on the bottom of the right-hand side. That's used, of course, for the 5-megapixel camera with its LED flash and self-portrait mirror. Not too much to see on the bottom of the phone other than the hole for the microphone. If I push this button down, I can take off the metal rear battery cover, and that exposes the SIM card slot and the 1500 milliamp hour battery. In spite of the fact that it has a smaller display than the Samsung Focus and the Omnia 7, this device is a little bit heavier and a little bit thicker. It's 11.5 millimeters thick, still quite thin, and it weighs a pretty substantial 158 grams. Totally pocketable, but it really helps to give it that really solid feel. I mean, everything on this device feels rock solid, like you could do some damage with it. I'll go through some of the Windows Phone 7 features, but if you want to get a really in-depth tour of all the major features in Windows Phone 7, I suggest you watch our Samsung Focus videos. In any case, this is the start screen. You can move tiles around or add tiles, and you can also remove tiles. Tap on that arrow or swipe if you want to get over to the main menu. And you can take pretty much anything here, or even contacts, places, web bookmarks, anything, and tack it to the bottom of the home screen just by long pressing on it. So now you see it was just added there. We could move it around if we wanted to. I'm going to go up into the People application. This is where the contacts are stored. This is my personal Facebook account. You have Facebook and Windows Live tied directly into Windows Phone 7, so I could tap here and send a new status message to Windows Live and Facebook if I chose to. You can see my past status updates. This is the full contact list underneath it. You can see pictures are supported. If you tap on one of the letters here, you'll get a quick list of all the different characters you can jump ahead to, such as R in this case. You can also see what's happening on everybody's Windows Live and Facebook feeds. No Twitter or MySpace support at this point, though. You'll have to look to third-party applications for that. with Facebook on the People application, you can leave comments on things. This is a Facebook one, so I can like it or post a comment. You can see I can post that right there. For Windows Live comments, you can only do things like just leaving a comment. There's no liking functionality in Windows Live. Grab another contact here so you can see what it looks like. Multiple numbers supported. You can link multiple contacts. And of course I can just dial from here by tapping on it. Once I'm in a call, I can toss on the speakerphone. And I can jump back to other aspects of the phone and just tap on the notification area up there to get back to the phone call. So far using the Optimus 7 here in the US, where it doesn't have 3G support, I've had really good experience with GSM connectivity though. The reception's been really fantastic. So let's jump into the Zune player and take a look quickly at some of the music. Got music preloaded that have already been downloaded here, but I've also got this tied up to a Zune Pass that costs $15 a month, and then you can go through and actually stream music live without having downloaded it. We're on a Wi-Fi connection right now, and the Wi-Fi signal strength on this device has been really fantastic. I'll turn up the volume here. And you can hear this. This is actually streaming live over the Wi-Fi connection right now. You can pause it, get to the playlist here, and I could, if I wanted to, just quickly switch tracks that way, or could track switch this way just by swiping. If I long press on one of the tracks, I can also download it so it'll be loaded into the phone all the time for offline use. I'm going to load up the FM radio, and to do that I need to put in the wired headset because that acts as the receiver. You can see how I tune just by flicking around. Now of course the audio is coming out of the headset so you can't hear it, but you can add new favorite stations. As you can see, I just added that one there. And since I was just recently playing Shakira, you can see that her picture is showing up on the Zune player tile. I'm going to jump into Marketplace so you can see some of the apps. There's a lot of applications showing up in the market all of a sudden as we get close to launch time. Look at some of the new ones here. I've seen things like Slacker Radio, Netflix, Foursquare, you can see right here, all showing up in the last couple of days. There are about 450 apps right now, and within the next month you should see as many as 1,000 according to Microsoft. I'm going to quickly show you one of the problems with the application. So third-party applications do not multitask, they won't run in the background. So I'm going to start this GoVoice app, and I just had it running seconds ago, and it still has to load up, and it's still refreshing all the content because it hasn't been running for 15 seconds and it doesn't know if anything's changed. So you're really not good for getting background notifications. You're not going to get that kind of stuff from Twitter apps and MySpace apps, and this is Google Voice Client. So it's kind of a problem. There's also no task switcher, so there's no easy way to swap back and forth between applications. You can just hit the start menu and reload things, or use the back button to get to previous things. I'll load up the Google Mail account so you can see what that looks like. Got some test documents here so I can show you what the Office support looks like. Full support for Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, editing as well as viewing. So now that I've downloaded that, I can pull it up. Works really well. Multi-touch support. There's even an outline view which takes headings and makes quick jumping points. Really like that a lot. You can also see formatted text here. Works in landscape mode, of course. But there's a large percentage of applications on the device that do not work in landscape mode, so you'll be rotating the phone around quite a bit with Windows Phone 7. I'm going to show you how search works within an application. We've got some messages pulled up here. I'm going to hit the search button here. I'm going to type in Facebook. And you can see there's only one matching email at this point. But another trick is that if you press the search button again, it'll actually launch the web-based Bing search for that same search term. So you can only have to type it in once, then hit the button a second time, and off you go, and you're looking at things on the web, not just in your email box, as the case may be. Results are organized, web, local, news, and depending on what you're looking for, say if you're looking for pizza, it'll come up with local and show you local results. With maps and ratings and everything like that. Want to get directions? Just tap and it'll locate where you are and then pull up directions on the map to your destination. Support for aerial view, traffic. You can see I-95 and Route 1 are clear right now. Unfortunately, the map application does not work in landscape mode, which is kind of silly.